There is one stock that is about to skyrocket. This company is in the same category as Wayfair, eBay, ultimately Amazon. The company did over $800 million of gross merchandise value, so merchandise sold through its online electronics retail platform. That's a 10% plus increase over the previous first half of the year. We don't have the data for the rest of the year yet because it's only November. But this company is a smaller net loss. Of course, Amazon famously unprofitable for decades. And as the market sells off the last few days, this company is holding. Of course, it's a small cap, so that's what they tend to do, not follow the market. However, it's encouraging how strong it looks, and the buying opportunity is right now, in my opinion. It's not financial advice. Let's jump into NEGG, ticker Newegg.
This is Sam Putnam.
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 So this is Newegg. This is their partial results. Their net loss is way smaller, like way smaller. What is this, a quarter as big, or 20% this year? And their gross merchandise value also rose over 10%. So that's a big deal. They are obviously raising money because they're a little company. That's an at-the-money market opportunity equity offering to buy some shares as a retail investor and then have the stock price go down. Now, that's expected for these little companies. They raised $30 million with that as of July. The average price that they raised that was $30, $29. And we can probably see the reaction in the stock price here. Sometime in here, around $30. So maybe that was here where they were raising a lot of that. Big move since then, and a little pullback here. So even as the market was super strong in September, this stock went sideways and now experiencing a move up. So almost completely disconnected from the broader market or even from the Russell index, the IWM, the small caps. So there are similar tickers, eBay with a poor earnings reaction, another online sort of electronics retailer that's sort of new to me, but maybe is well known to you, is VIP Shop Holdings, one of their competitors. And then Chewy and Wayfair are sort of in the same category. Kind of a penny stock category too, $10, $20. Chewy's a big company, but hasn't done much. Sort of famously went up in 2021 with the whole GME, Ryan, God, solely blanking on his last name right now. Someone can drop it in the comments. And then Rio is another one in this category that's sort of holding up despite a not so great last 7 days. But this is following the market for the most part. I mean, down on the 10-10 Trump Chi Day and then down last week. So this is kind of despite, it's good to keep tabs on what other stocks in the sector are doing. But this one, is less of a sector play and more about what the chart looks like, which sometimes is just how it is. I mean, there's an opportunity, there's a risk level somewhere in here, $82. And, if it gaps up, that'll be tough to buy. If it sort of goes sideways, that's the best. If it gaps down, a little, that's really the best. If it gaps down a lot, you got to just sort of chill on it. So, if you're super, super in the weeds, you can look at here and say, okay, I'll buy somewhere in here. But I don't think it's smart to get super in the weeds. There's not a lot of volume. There's about 200,000 times 100, so $20 million of volume. There's enough for probably almost everyone watching this, but not for absolutely everyone. So keep that in mind. As far as other connections to big companies, they have a credit partner, and then they have obviously the electronic suppliers. So I think I've bought something off Newegg as well, maybe like a cord or something, but years ago. So they can raise more money. This is the ATM that keeps getting mentioned by ChatGPT. It's actually nice that they're mentioning it. I'm not sure why everything's expired here. So if they are going to raise money, they have to raise it through an actual offering rather than just randomly selling it out in the market. So that's actually bullish for us retail investors, because they can't just dilute the stock without getting another ATM that isn't expired. So all this to say, if you're super in the details, you can, check out the Edgar. I don't know if I've ever actually gone to edgar.com on a video before. That's not even the right website, is it? SEC Edgar. Whoops. That's not quite right, is it? SEC Edgar. You can search the filings. I'm just sort of explaining what's going on here. So what this website is doing is it's going through these filings, and if you type in NEG, there's the company. There's all the filings right here. They have to file all this stuff because they're a public company. That's where they're at. And here's the most recent filing from a couple weeks ago. And yeah, if you were super, Mr. Analyst, Miss Analyst, whatever, you would open all this stuff, but there are services that do that for you. So that's what's going on here. So if you go to filings, you can see this, all these filings here. And if you're even more high level, you just look at, how they present it up here, and you can say, okay, this is how much cash they have, about 6 months, which is not a lot, but they're also a startup. And then these are how they're raising money, who they're raising it with. And then if you're super, super high level, you can say, okay, seems like low risk to buy. And if you're super duper duper high level, you just check in with ChatGPT and note that, they're raising money with an ATM. Great. All these small companies do that. So this is the idea, Newegg. This is the opportunity. It's a little speculative, but all these low price stocks are, and it's hard to recommend a stock in the market. Like, I'm not going to tell you to buy Meta on a dip when it just keeps dipping. That's crazy. So the main ideas right now are these earnings candle reactions where they have strong earnings. You can risk off this first day, and maybe you get a move like this that just keeps going up, 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 up for weeks. Or you can buy small cap opportunities right now that are setting up like NEG, NEGG. So that's the idea. If you like these ideas, hit that like. If you want a free course on how to buy stocks before they go up, head over to, actually just hit that subscribe. All you have to do is subscribe, and I post it here in the YouTube post once a month. Head over to stockscommunity.com if you want to join the Discord. I'll see you there tomorrow morning. If you do that, you can try it out for $25. You'll see a couple testimonials from our superstars on that website. See you in the next one.
This is Sam Putnam.
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 This is Sam Putnam.